So you're planning to make a move to Long Island, but you just found out there's over 94 different towns here and over 43 different incorporated villages, and that can leave a lot of places to start, and it may feel overwhelming. So in this video, we're going to go over the top 5 suburbs in Long Island that most buyers that relocate here are finding to be the perfect blend of community, family, lifestyle, and affordability. That being said, make sure you stick around to find out number 1, because it's actually the town I'm going to be making a move to myself this summer. So I'm in the same pool as you. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with number 5. And as usual, if you're looking to make a move to Long Island, we are not only award-winning agents here, but we are the #1 relocation team here on Long Island. And we're excited to hear from you. All of our contact information is in the description below. So we're gonna start with number 5 here, and that's gonna bring us to Long Beach. We have our Long Island. We'll go ahead and zoom on in. Long Beach is on the south shore here, so right along the North Atlantic Ocean. Now in Long Beach, there are a variety of ways you can live here. You of course have beachside, bayside, but a lot of the homes you can range here from anywhere in an HOA, a cooperative, a condo, or if you actually want to have residential living here, the size of the lot and the block is going to vary. But regardless of where you decide to live, the #1 word that I would attribute to this town is equity. So whether you're someone that's going to be using this home part-time, or you're going to bring your entire family here and relocate here altogether, a lot of these homes in this area, the appreciation on them is about roughly 8% year over year. So it's an incredible amount of equity that these homes are actually building in Long Beach. And not only that, but if you wanted to essentially rent your home out during the summertime, you could see crazy numbers, being that you have private beach access and great location with easy access to the train station as well. One of the reasons this town picks up a lot of equity is not only because you have amazing access to the private beaches here, you also have very easy access to the Nassau Expressway here, which can take you up north and get you into your roads and tunnels that could take you into New York City. So location is prime, but also what do you get by living here? Okay, let's take a look at the lifestyle. I mean, zooming on in, we've done this before with Long Beach. You have the entire West End here. We have West Park Avenue, we have East Park Avenue, and I mean, just a ton of bars, restaurants, things that you can go out and do for the entertainment. But not only that, you have the boardwalk as well. So strolls, walks, rollerblading, whatever it is that you want to use that for. But the biggest thing, I definitely would not move to this town if you are not a beach person, because that's not only the location, but that's the type of people that this town tends to attract. The louder, predominantly outgoing personality. So now your entry price to get into Long Beach, you're really talking, let's say you want to go with a condo or a co-op, you could be looking at $300,000 to $400,000 to get into a starter co-op or townhouse. But if you wanted something a little more updated, have the amenities that you want, you're going to be talking around $600,000 to $700,000 to enter into the town. If you want to go a bit on the higher end, one thing that's huge for this city is they're actually building what's called the Long Beach Superblock project. This is 2 towers of condominiums that are going right in front of the beach, and it's going to be hundreds of units. These are about 15 to 16 story towers that look something like they're out of Miami Beach. So it's going to bring an interesting city-style living of vibe and ambiance to the beach. Very interesting to see how the town takes to this, but a lot of people are liking it because it's bringing up the cost of the entire neighborhood. And some of the pricing on that, by the way, is actually going to be for 1 bedrooms they're selling for $900,000. I mean, completely updated, but it's a crazy amount to think for a 1 bedroom and not in New York City, Manhattan. You're out here on Long Island. But aside from that, the town of Long Beach also connects you to other beach-esque towns, kind of like your Point Lookouts, your East Atlantic Beach, Lido Beach, regular Atlantic Beach, where you're getting direct access and front row to the Atlantic Ocean, along with the entertainment that comes with that, the beaches, the festivals, the shows, the parties, and of course the nightlife. And just a reminder, if you are liking this video, be sure to leave us a like, leave us a comment of your favorite town if you've heard of one, or if you know of one, if you're from one that you enjoy the most, so we can make sure to talk about it in another video. Okay, now your number 4 town, we're gonna take you out to Suffolk County. This is Port Jefferson. Here we are in the town of Port Jefferson. The thing I love about Port Jefferson, and what most people tend to love, is it's right up on the water, of course, but not the south side, the beach. You're talking about the Long Island Sound, in between us and Connecticut, Bridgeport. This Long Island Sound tends to be very peaceful water, is very calm, a lot more sailboats that you're going to be seeing out there. Because of the calm water, it's not as loud, it's not as, adventurous of a lifestyle there. The people there tend to enjoy a more relaxed, charmed lifestyle where they can just chill out. right? So, and if you go into the actual town of Port Jefferson, you have, of course, the ferry here. The ferry is what takes boats over to Connecticut. They go right into Bridgeport, loads up about 100 cars at a time. People could watch, you could come down to the docks. Really, the main center of life in Port Jefferson is that village, because you have a ton of restaurants, shops, city life where people could go hang out, plenty of seafood. There's no shortage of seafood over in Port Jefferson. And the homes there are really appreciating, especially if we come down to just the edges of it, right? Kind of like you have Main Street, this is their main road, but these blocks off to the side, like Vineyard, Thompson, notice how close the houses are. They're a little bit tighter together. Once you go into those more extended blocks, you get bigger lots, okay? And what you'll tend to notice, there's fewer homes on the block. So what you're actually getting is a bigger lot. Those homes tend to be more expensive, and also this terrain changes. The closer you are into the city, the more flat it is, there's some hills, but as you get into those bigger blocks, wider lots, you're going to tend to see a bit more hilly, mountainous terrain where you're getting great views of the sound. So the waterfront views are amazing. Your flood insurance isn't going to be as high, and also it's a bit calmer, more outside of the action there. So more peaceful, unbothered lifestyle. Port Jefferson also comes with its own country club. So if you go to the other side, Port Jefferson Country Club is also overlooking the sound. You have a ton of great views there, great ambiance. The lifestyle here is way more laid back than Long Beach. And that's the type of person that this town attracts, okay? It's gonna be a little bit more expensive the further you go out from the village, more into this kind of lip here. But people are loving it. And it's funny, we sold something in Port Jeff, and I sold this 2 years ago, and it was literally just a starter home, sold for about $400,000. Today, to get into the town of Port Jefferson, you're going to be paying $550,000 for the cheapest townhouse on the market. That's as of the time I'm making this video. This is the 25th of January, 2024. So the prices here are going up, and there's a lot of appreciation to be had. So while some people may sleep on this town, it is a great opportunity to get your foot into the door of one of the nicest and what's going to be most populated towns that overlooks the Long Island Sound. Right now, it's easy to enter, so it's a good spot to take a focus on if you're looking to get into the North Shore, stay around the Long Island Sound versus the South Shore. Calmer lifestyle, cheaper taxes. This is a great town. Number 3, we're gonna go to East Northport. Here we are at Port Jefferson. We're gonna slide on over. Now we've got Northport and East Northport. So what you'll notice here, you've got great access to all your major highways here. You're also going to be a bit more affordable on the taxes. So what I tell people is another top town is Huntington. So it's like if you want to be in Huntington, but you like the area generally, you just want more affordable, a little bit less on taxes, East Northport. Highly desirable school district as well, with a lifestyle that everyone can get behind. Take, for instance, Larkfield Road, going straight from north to south here. All of the stores, restaurants, everything that you have, the fire department's right here as well. So you have a ton of entertainment down this one strip here. And the biggest one that's taking the most popularity right now is Del Fuego, okay? It's the most amazing Hispanic cuisine that you could find out here. People are loving Del Fuego. Every time they add a new one to a town, people flock to it. And generally, by habit, I don't know if this is by the stars, universe, but whenever a Del Fuego comes into town, tends to be a lot of bump around that town, a lot of hype, and of course, appreciation goes up. So that's aside from real estate, but it's something I've noticed out here. Now your entry price as of the time making this video is around $525,000 for a basic starter home here. If you wanted to buy something a little bit bigger like a high ranch or a colonial, sure, you're definitely going to be spending into the 6s, 7s, and the more renovations you pile on, of course, you're going to see a higher price point. This town also gives you amazing access to the village of Northport, just east of the regular Northport. You're able to take a 5-minute drive and go straight over to the Northport Bay here, where you can actually see from the village park. You're going to be looking at boats coming in, a lot calmer waters, and just a lot of places with super chill outdoor dining. So if I were to compare East Northport to the last one, Port Jefferson, which is a few minutes over down the road, I would say that Port Jefferson is a bit more of a beach town than East Northport. If you were to go directly into Northport, you'd be looking at a very similar lifestyle to Port Jeff. But being that you're in East Northport, it takes you just off of the coast, off of the water, and you're able to enjoy a little bit more drier lifestyle where there's less humidity in the air and less boats and traffic. And of course, if you need to make a move to Long Island, we are again the #1 relocation team, and we look forward to hearing from you. All contact information in the description below. Okay, town number 2. We're going to go back down to the South Shore, this time in Nassau County, to Merrick. Now, being just about 20 minutes away from the previous town of Long Beach, which was our number 5 town, this one also gives you access to the beaches, but not the private ones like Long Beach has. But you get your Jones Beach, you can have access to Gilgo Beach, Tobay Beach on the south shore of Long Island. But not only that, you're getting an amazing, renowned school district. You're also getting easy access transportation to the train, Long Island Railroad, get you back and forth from Manhattan, all the way out to Montauk if you'd like. And the affordability here does range, but it's a little bit more expensive than the previous towns that we just spoke about. If you wanted to start a home in here, you're talking about $550,000. And of course, the bigger square footage, bigger lots you go, you're gonna see them really head up into the 6s, 7s, 8s, all the way up to our new construction homes in Merrick, which are available for around $1.4 million. But where does it put you geographically? Let's look in. So we go to the town of Merrick here. And of course, we're now back on the South Shore, so you have access to all of these little docking restaurants. Now, State Civic Association's down here. We have Blue Water Yacht Club and Dryland. So very similar to the waterfront stuff that we had at Port Jefferson, if you had gone into the village of Northport itself on the North Shore. But down here, restaurants like Salt, a little bit peaceful because they're in the cove. And the body of water that surrounds them is the East Bay. So this is a bit more calm than where you were in Long Beach, where you're just sitting on the North Atlantic Ocean. So a little bit less of roughage in the waves. So you have just as peaceful of an ambiance and atmosphere as you did on the North Shore, down in the South Shore town of Merrick, because it's sort of encased in and protected against the massive waves. That's only on the South Shore of Merrick. Merrick also does have a north side to it. But if you take a look at your main roads, of course, we're gonna go through Merrick Road. This is far south. It's leading you east and west. And you've got tons of storefronts, shops on this road where you're going to be able to really get a lot of your day's shopping and errands done. I mean, all the little quick stuff. Even if you want to shop at bigger stores like a Marshall's or a Target, we have these here. You should take it up a little bit more north to Route 27. This is your Sunrise Highway here. This is where all of the train stations are going to be, so you can see Little Even train in Merrick there. You have a great station, tons of parking here. It also leads you into the village. So Merrick Avenue is the village. Tons of stores, shops, things to do here. You're going to have restaurants all over the place. The schools, like I said, were amazing. So you have Merrick Avenue Middle School here. That's 7th and 8th grade. You also go into high schools and you have a choice of 3. They're all very good. And we always recommend that you take a peek at the schools yourself, in any case, to make sure that you like them and they're right for you and your family. Now, being from Belmore myself, which is the town next door, you're able to go into Merrick. You're able to see Norman J. Levy Park and Preserve, which is right here. And this is actually what they call a Merrick Mountain. It's a huge hill, so you can actually hike up this. It's a running trail right next to the golf course. And while you're up there, you can actually see the entire city skyline. You can go ahead and see the Oceanside landfill. You can see the hospitals on the North Shore. You have just a really ton of great views up there, but it's a nice excursion if you guys like to get active and you want to go on hikes, get out in nature. They also have goats on that trail too, so make sure you go around midday, like 12 to 2. They're usually walking on the trail, so you can see them, pet them, and it's kind of fun for the family. If we take a zoom in of Merrick, you'll notice very quiet suburban blocks here. So these really renovated homes, super done up. You're going to be seeing, on say like a 4-bed, 2-bath kind of a cape or ranch or even high ranch. Price point on that, $700,000 and $850,000. But with that, you're getting a good amount of space, good amount of lot size, and the finishes you want. So this town really encompasses what I call the full package, and I'm not just biased because I came from a similar area to it. I love this town, and I would still go hang out in that town today. And your surrounding towns here are Freeport, Belmore, Roosevelt, East Meadow. So you've got a ton of shopping opportunities around this town. It's really a ton of things you can do, especially shopping. If you're to take the Meadowbrook Parkway up north, you go right into the Roosevelt Field Mall, which has all of your major luxury shopping stores: Neiman Marcus, Nordstrom, Macy's, everything you can want. Victoria's Secret, H&M, they have everything, okay? All the way from the high end to the low end, everything in between. And now, the number 1 town that people have inquired about from us, that I myself am making a move to and going to hang out in all of the time, is Huntington. Now, into Huntington. So much to do here. I guess I could speak on it. Really fits my lifestyle because the way that I like to live and go do things and actually have, access to the train station. You have all of that, okay? New York Avenue. This strip right here goes straight into everything. Soul Brew, the Paramount, which is a nice theater and event hall. So you can actually see concerts. Comedians go there. You have Miss Ramen, Little Vincent's. Really, Huntington Village is one of the most fun, entertaining places to go if you're not going to go out into Manhattan, go take a big trip into the city. this is my favorite place to go. And what you'll see here right now on pricing action, I mean, if you wanted to get yourself a starter home here, you're looking at right around $550,000 to $625,000 for something very, very basic, which is going to be like a 3-bed, 2-bath Cape or ranch house on a super small lot. Now, if you actually take a peek as we go into New York Avenue, that city village kind of street, the lot size of the properties get a little bit smaller. But just like we did in Port Jeff Station, when you go ahead and open up that search, go a little bit further out to the town of Huntington, to these side streets, you're going to be seeing bigger lot sizes. So you have more property to do things with. I actually have a friend in Huntington that has over an acre in his backyard. He got it way before the thing a couple of years ago, and he was able to really knock down the trees, create so much space for multiple fire pits. I mean, super cool ways to entertain at a house with such a big property. The other thing is that, see where we are location-wise, we're just kind of by the Huntington Bay here. So the closer you get to this marina, the more you're gonna have to worry about your flood insurance kicking in and kicking on. You're gonna wanna definitely have some, okay? Some areas will be requiring of you to have it. And if you want a private insurance on top of that, depending on how your lifestyle is, how many valuables you have in the house, then maybe you should consider that as well. But as you go further away from the water, like I said, these bigger lots, fewer houses as opposed to like these smaller blocks, you're gonna be seeing a lot more space, a little bit higher vantage point, okay? The ground gets a bit hilly here, but that's where you're gonna be seeing a little bit less on flood insurance, strictly for the topography aspect of it. Your surrounding towns gonna be Greenlawn, Centerport, Halesite, Cold Spring Harbor is a big one, which is right next door. You're able to go into their hiking trails, some of the best. You look right out over the water. Great views. But I think the thing that people enjoy most about Huntington is when they're not really too worried about the cash it takes to get in to keep the house there, they love the way they live. Super relaxed people. They go hang out at the waterfront, chill restaurants, outdoor dining, and you're able to take a stroll, see some entertainment on stage. You're able to go see, have like a relaxing drinks lifestyle in the village. Really so much you can do here where it kind of feels like you're in Manhattan lifestyle going out that way. But you don't have to worry about being so far away from your home. The residential, the suburbs, a bit quieter. So that is what makes Huntington the #1 suburb that I've been seeing trending right now that people can't seem to not want to see. They want to go see homes here, and I don't blame them because I'm doing it myself this summer. And guys, those are your top 5 suburbs here on Long Island that people request of me. This is what I see as a real estate agent, people coming in, not my opinion, although I do agree with a lot of them as the Huntington is being the top #1. So if you like this video, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment if you have a question or you'd like to see another video with maybe a topic that you would prefer. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. And of course, you need to make a move to Long Island. We are the #1 team and we're excited to hear from you. All our contact information is in the description below. We'll see you at the next one.